Hey, what's up guys, hope you're having a great day. Pippi_362 and today we are going to be doing a kind of room slash setup tour where I'm going to take you through where I do all my videos and what's in my background and all that stuff and upcoming plans for the channel as well. So I guess I'll be reviewing my schedule, I'll be telling you that as well, and much more news, but hopefully you enjoy. It's kind of unique. The last time I did one of these videos was actually the first video on my channel originally, the first proper one I did. So I'm good to be doing it on this channel finally again. So hopefully you enjoy, and as always, let's get straight into the video. Roll the intro! Okay, so a little bit about me. So my favorite color is red, obviously, as you can see with my microphone, and my second favorite color is blue. Right? You can actually see them, both my red and blue lights there. It's so hard to show on the camera from back there. But yeah, I think I'll get my phone and actually take some pictures of that and I'll put that up on the screen. But yeah, I'm really proud of how the lights look. I think they look really pretty. And well, there's actually two additions. There's two different types of lights. There's the first one, which are the red ones, which on my original channel, sorry I don't have any pictures, I used to have this big bed and I would sleep on top and I would have the desk down here, and then I would have those lights, one red, one blue. Well, they're both red right now, but I would have one red, one blue, and they would just be right above the screen, so it would be on my face. But now I've actually got a ring light, which I'll show you in a minute, and that basically does the same thing. So I've put them in the background, and then the blue is the other color of my channel, and so that's there as well, and it looks really pretty because it's got, well, you can't, I don't know why I'm trying to show you there, just put the picture back up, but yeah, it's got different types of, I don't know what you say, layers to it. There's one going around the desk, and then there's the big rectangle with the front that's above the lights. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool, and I'll get to my shelf in a minute. But I think we should talk about what this channel is. So the channel basically, well, this one, I'll put them up on screen. 1, 2, 3. Right? We got Pippi_362. This channel. This is a gaming and VODs channel. If you don't know what VODs is, you can search it up, but I'll basically explain what's going to happen. These are the types of videos on the channel. We're going to have the gaming videos, right? We're going to have reaction videos where I react to other, the Minecraft movie trailer or different video game trailers, right? Or, try not to laugh, so that kind of reaction stuff. So there's going to be gaming, reactions, and then I think I'm also going to do a bunch of stuff with Rubik's Cubes, actually, because I've been getting really into that, and I have not found any really good Rubik's Cube creators that are doing the things that I want to do on my channel, where I'm gonna review different cubes and stuff, and I don't know, it's gonna be a bit unique, but we're gonna go with it, and I'll kind of explore what we're gonna do when I do it. And then there's also my live streaming, which is basically just this channel but on Twitch, and that's where a lot of my live stuff goes, right? Well, not goes because it goes on this channel, but where I record it. And if you ever see a video that has the blue face cam up on, was it this corner, right? Or that one, whatever, that's one that I streamed on Twitch. And if you're wondering why my normal face cam doesn't have that every single video, it's because what I do is I have the face cam, I have it here, and then I have the videos on the other side. So I have both side by side, I can look at myself there and then I can look at the game, right? And so it kind of records in this really long rectangle shape, right? And then half of it's game, half of it's the face cam. So I just crop it so it's only the face cam, and then I drag and drop that over the actual video, and then I can select a border to put on it. But for my live streaming channel, I can't do that. I have to change the size of the screen and the border at the same time. I have to have the gaming, and then it just overlays the gaming, so I can't really change it around or mess with the colors for each individual video, which is why I don't really do streaming all that much, because I much prefer to have edited videos, and I also think it's easier and it's more customizable if I want to change the, I don't know, border around the screen, because that's also pretty fun, and every video has its own unique color, right? Or at least every style of video, because my Among Us videos, usually the color of the border depends on who I'm playing with, or just the color of my skin at the time. And also different types of videos, Try Not to Laughs always have the cyan border, I think. And but yeah, that's just the main kind of idea for how the borders work, right? But that's what's going to happen on this channel. So we have the gaming, reactions, the live streams when I do that sometimes, maybe some other unique stuff like Rubik's Cubes or just drawing stuff because I like drawing, and you know, just any other odd little bit that we're going to have in there. And then the last one, I think it's number 5, is going to be the stuff like me exploring Leerderdurg National Park, where I do different kind of vlog type videos, and I can either make them into separate videos and make them like their own unique things, or I can combine them, kind of how I did all 5 days on Leerderdurg National Park on my trip there. And so that's the other kind of style of video where it's kind of like vlogging and going places. And I've only just started to do that on the channel, right? I think one of my original videos was me going to the Grampians, because I've been there like twice now, and the second time I recorded it, but I didn't really know what I was doing, so I'm never going to release that video because it's not that good. It's just going to be me narrating over some footage the whole time of when I was 2 years ago. So now this is where it gets important, because this is the bit where everything changes, like, because I haven't really revealed this stuff before, because I've been waiting for this video. So we have the gaming one, which I just talked about, but then the second one, Pippi_362 Elite. Now, before I talk about that, you may be like, why 3 channels? Why not have it all on one channel? Which is a very big criticism I see of, I don't know, my type of content. Let me just fix the chair. I'll talk about my chair in a minute. But yeah, the reason why I have 3 channels and not just one channel is because if you want to watch all of my kind of vlog style videos along with the gaming and the kind of reactions, that's all one big group, it's all VODs. And then if you want to watch comedy or have a good time and laugh, excluding the try not to laugh videos because that's gonna go on under reactions, so that's on the VODs channel. But if you want to have a good time and laugh, watch some jokes, that would be what my comedy channel's for. And if you want to learn some stuff and learn about facts, then you can go onto my fact channel. If you subscribe to just one channel and it has everything, it's going to be kind of annoying if some viewers only want to watch some stuff and other people only want to watch other stuff. So I have 3 different channels for the 3 different main topics that I have, so it's kind of like, if you want to like watch me and my channel, cool, here's this, you can watch them all, right? Because there's 3, if that's what you want to do. If you want them to all be combined, you can just kind of watch whatever you want. But if you only want one specific genre, then that's why they're separate. And I think that makes total sense. I think that makes a lot of sense because I like a lot of topics and I don't want to just have one channel be too cluttered. Because this channel, the one that I'm recording on, is the one that's going to have the most amount of stuff, right? Where it's like more amount of different stuff, I mean. But anyway, let's talk about the comedy channel, Pippi_362 Elite. Now, originally what I had was I had 5 channels. I had this, I had a gaming channel, I had a live channel, I had a comedy channel, I had a shorts channel, and I had one other one which I'm blanking on for now, right? But they all had unique names, right? Where it would be Pippi_362 Elite, and then, well, I'm not going to say Pippi_362 for everyone, just assume that's at the start. There's Elite, Ultra, Shorts, Live, and I just kind of, you know, made up my channels as I went along. And I kind of kept Elite because I'm not going to put Pippi_362 Comedy because I don't think that's cool. And I get to say Elite because that's fun. So I'm just going to wait for the plane to stop. Anyway, if the channels are confusing whatsoever, think of it like this. Pippi_362, that's literally everything apart from 2 things, which are the other channels. Facts and Elite. And you might be like, isn't it comedy? Yeah, but I memorize it as Elite Comedy, right? Because that's what I like to think it is. It's Elite Comedy. So if you go Pippi_362 and he has Elite Comedy, so it would be Pippi Elite, right? So that's kind of how I memorize it, but it is a bit of a weird name, right? And I said I was going to talk about it for like 3 minutes, so we're going to actually talk about what's on the channel. So it's basically jokes and comedy where there's more planes! There's going to be some different types of comedy on the channel. I'm going to focus on the shorts for now. So on the shorts, I'm going to have different types of videos where it's different types of comedy, where I'm going to have a joke that's like a dark joke, a joke that's just a bit funny, and then there's some other sub-genres in there, right? But it's all mainly the same thing, where it's either me not talking and having like a sound over it, or me talking, right? And it has the subtitles, and it has some cool music in the background, right? And it's really funny, right? At least I like to think so. Everyone likes that channel. The amount of people that I say, look at my channel, and then I recommend that one, and then they just keep scrolling in front of me. It's like, it's funny, literally, which is in my bio. You guys should read my bios. Anyway, so the main idea is it will have different types of comedy. That's one of the different things where it's like the kind of jokes that I do. The second one is one that I only started yesterday. It's going to be a series of mine called Really Bad Jokes, where I just come up with a joke and I don't feel like it would really match putting it on like an actual short, so I put like 3 or 4 of them in a row on just like the really bad jokes type of style video, where it's just me talking, I say really bad jokes, and then it scrolls over to my face, and then I do like a funny like thing, like and then I explain what the joke is, right? So that's gonna be the other type of like content on my channel, and I'm gonna do similar stuff to that. I'm also going to do, well, I don't really know what I'm gonna do for that one. I'm just, again, it's experimental, and I'm just going to do whatever I think is funny. And long form videos, I'm trying to think of what I can do for long form videos. Mainly what I've done is I've either done short compilations where it's all my shorts of 1 year. I still have to do the 2024 shorts, don't I? Because I did the 2023 shorts, but I need to do the next one. I'll get on that. That's going to be my next upload for long form content on there, I think, unless I find out something else. And then the other kind of stuff I have is like funny like things from my VODs channel, where I have like me playing 3008, which is me being trapped in an infinite IKEA. You should definitely watch the series. It's 3 amazing videos of mine. I really think they're funny. I'll link them in the description, maybe put one on the end cards. But anyway, what I did was I just had Ottula and I had a meme format, and I had him like, well, I cut him saying these things, and it's really funny. And that's kind of the stuff I did, where it's like, it's not really a shorts joke, because it doesn't match with the rest of the shorts, but it's a similar vibe, and it's a bit longer, so I put that on the long form videos. But I think my main idea for long form content on the comedy channel would be like different types of scenarios, like funny scenarios, where it's like a day in the life of a guy, but he takes everything super serious, and it's going to be funny because it's like him pouring the milk, but it's like, if he misses 1 drop or he doesn't pour it correctly, he's gonna die or something, right? Which I think would be kind of funny, and I'm gonna do similar stuff to that. But comedy, bit vague. It's just basically anything funny that, well, anything I find funny, and I share it with you guys. Could I not? I pulled the strings on this by accident. But anyway, third channel. Facts. I've been neglecting it for 2 years. I think we should finally get to facts. So here's my idea. We are going to have shorts edits, where it's me doing like a thing that's like music in the background, just subtitles, none of me talking, blah blah. Second type of content is going to be the long form videos, where it's like a long form of the next type of short that I'm gonna discuss, which is me having like, well, not really a green screen behind me, but I think maybe I'm gonna have like a picture behind me, and I'm gonna talk about some different like space facts or something, and I'm gonna explain what they are, and then maybe I'll put some images up on the screen, right? And that's gonna be kind of fun. And then the long form videos are gonna be kind of just the same thing, just a bit longer, right? Because the first ever intro and outro that I made on my channel was for the facts one, right? At least the one that still exists, because I keep talking about the channel that I deleted, and that intro, we're not talking about that anymore, right? If you get me to 1 million subscribers before 2030, I will bring back that intro, okay? So you guys can finally, like, I don't know, experience classic Pippi, because I only have like 2 videos on my channel from back then, which I'm not showing you guys. Get me to 1 million subs and I'll release them. Let's go. But yeah, then the other type of facts content that I'm gonna do is, so I have the edits, where it's like space edits. I have me talking about information, and then I have the long form information, where I did one about Mars actually, and it's gonna be a similar style video to that, except maybe I'll put my face in it and I'll talk a bit more about different things, right? But that's the kind of content I'm gonna go for. And then I think another type of short is going to be like about movies and stuff, because it's a fact channel. It's not space fact channel, because space is just one of the many things I like to talk about. I've been talking to myself for 16 minutes, so you know, obviously I'm doing something right. And there's another plane. Guess I'm not talking to myself. Guess the planes wanna just But yeah, anyway, I'm going to talk about Doctor Who, because that's one of my favorite shows, and I'm gonna do a bunch of series of like fact videos on that. And I think just any show that I watch that I find a cool Easter egg in, or like different types of films and stuff, because I like films, I like all these different sci-fi stuff. So I'm gonna not only do space facts, but I'm also going to do stuff like volcanoes and just basically anything, any genre. I'll basically do it on my fact channel, right? And I think that's gonna be really cool. and that's my plans for that. Pippi_362 live, or Pippi_362 streams. I called it streams. What am I doing? Okay, so I'm changing it to Pippi_362 live. Right, that's going to be my Twitch channel from now on. I'm changing it, and I might change. Should I change the logo? My original logo for that, because I think I'll pop them all up on the screen. I had 5 different logos, and I'll show you the logos. There was the original one, which was just the same as this channel, except I had a bit more stuff. Then there was shorts, comedy, ultra, which I don't know what that was. I think that was for podcasts. And then there was live. If you look at the live one, it's just like a red version of my logo. Well, the logo is slightly different because I had to change it for copyright, hopefully. But I really hope that my channel won't get copyrighted because I'm showing these logos and the one on my channel right now. But yeah, if you look, it has, let me just zoom in here. It has live, and it's a red type of logo. I was thinking about bringing a similar type of style to that back for my, like, live channel. But I think I'm just going to keep it the same. And then when I'm streaming, it's going to have the little live bar anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think if I'm ever going to do a stream again, and I'm going to, like, add that onto this channel as like a VOD, or I'm going to record, like, edit it down. I'm just going to release the whole thing. I'll put like a little, I'll change the thing in like the corner of the screen where it has like the channel logo. I think on the other side I'll just put that logo or something, or like a little live thing, so whenever you're watching, if it doesn't have the face cam, which I think I'm planning on getting rid of, because I do want to see if it's possible to make it so that if I ever stream, I have that how do you say it? Customizability? Sure, we're going with it. But I think that's going to be really cool, and I'm just going to put the little live thing in the corner of the screen next to my face cam or something, or on the other side, because I want you guys to be able to tell if it's streamed or not. Or you could just, you know, subscribe to that channel, because why not? I got 4 of them now. I never really talk about the 4th one, which is the streams one, because I never really consider it a channel because it's not on YouTube, but I just realized I got 4, not 3. OBS Studio, what are you doing? Did you quit? OBS, did you quit? I'm literally still recording. What are you doing? Anyway, I'm just going to quickly throw this in somewhere in the video. I forgot to record this originally, so let me do that now. I was suggested on the Discord, so that's actually true. I'm going to go through the Discord in maybe a different video, or maybe I'll just explain what it is in the middle of my videos when I promote the Discord. But someone in the Discord suggested to me to talk about a very special channel of mine. So I had the 5, which I talked about, my old channels, and then I have the 3, right, which is the main ones, right, and I talked about the streaming channel, but there's actually one more, and it's called Game Chained, and I think I'm going to quickly talk about that, because I was suggested to it, and I can't disappoint. Let me talk about it. So at first we came up with a design, we came up with a little logo for it, and I'll explain what the channel is for in a minute. I just want to explain this because this is funny. We have the logo here, and then we decided to give it a background. My favorite color is red, so is the guy that co-owns the channel. Well, the channel's actually gone now, I realized. How much? Let me think. Stuttering a lot. 10 likes on this video, and we'll bring back Game Chained, which is the name of the channel. And Game Chained is, well, it's just gaming and stream. So I would stream a video with my friend, and we would then upload it to this. And when he comes over, we do some really funny stuff. So, like 10 likes on this video, and we bring back Game Chained, right? But what we did is we had the logo, and then we came up, and then we put red in the background. But oh wait, that looks wrong. I think you can see what I meant. You can go back, I'm not going to show that for too long just because I want to play it safe. But what we did is we then changed the background to space, and then that was the logo that we ended up going with. And that's the kind of logo evolution, because it's really funny, because the first logo we did really looked like something from World War II. But yeah, back to the video. I don't know where I'm going to put this, because this is recorded after the 30 minutes of me talking to my camera. So anyway, I'll have to deal with that in editing, but I'll see you guys back in the normal video. Anyway, I think we should talk about my setup, because that's what I really wanted this video to be about. So let me get my phone, and I'm about to show you what my setup is about. Oh wait, I just remembered I got my cat on my home screen, which is really funny. Maybe I can show you my cat later. Here's what it looks like right there. Nice kitty. But yeah, anyway, hello guys, you can see me. There's... Hello. Anyway, so here's how I record. There's the microphone here, Logitech camera right up here, right? And then we have OBS doing this. And this is what I meant by face cam here, gaming here. So if I move the kind of like screen, it'll, you know, do that on this side, which is really fun. And I can also do like a kind of Inception thing like that, which is cool. And then over to my right, you have the ring light, which I will turn on actually. Let me turn that on real quick. So this is what I look like normally. And then I have the light off on my room. But if I turn it on, then the ring light can actually work, because if I just turn it on now, let's make it blue. It is just everywhere. It goes everywhere. And I think having the blue in the background is good enough, along with like my red chair, red mic. I think that kind of matches. So if I ever have my light off, I'm not going to have the ring light, but if it's too dark or too bright to have the light off or something, then I'll just, too bright to have the light off, what am I saying? Then I'll just put the ring light on and I'll have that. And there's actually a stroke mode. Let me change the color real quick, because there's a bunch of different colors and there's one that blinds me. Or like, yeah, look at this. If you want to have a stroke, just use this, because like it's flashing a lot. Stop. We're gonna change it to red. We're gonna change it to this one where it's party mode. Let's go. And that's the one that I have in my videos usually. So I'm just gonna turn that off. Bang. Okay, that's my ring light for you. Yeah, and then if you take a look over to my left again, so you have the laptop here, and then you check, you have this rock and mineral poster times like multiplication poster, and then it's really, I'll just stand up and show you. Have my rocks and minerals poster, my multiplication poster, periodic table, I love periodic table, and we have my solar system poster, which is really cool. And then we have my bed, right? And I put the puzzle on it because there was a puzzle on this desk, but I had to move it because, you know, you get to see this really cool light show, which I'll just show you down here again. Here you go. That's really pretty, isn't it? And I'll just talk about my shelf next, actually. Let's do that. Let's talk about my shelf. Go ahead, turn the light on real quick. Now I can actually kind of show the ring light in action. Let me just go here. Let me show you how this kind of works. And it would be like this. And what am I doing? But yeah, you would have the ring light here. This is it off, and then you would have a color in my face, which is really cool. But let's talk about my poster. Not my poster. I just talked about that. I'm off the screen. We are going to small Pippi reference. We're going to talk about my shelf and then my chair. My legs are hurting. Okay, so I'm turning it off of zoom in because it's going to be blurry here anyway. But anyway, we have the switches for my lights, and it goes all the way down, around, and it goes into, I don't know, right there. Right here, that's where all the things are connected to. So if I disconnect that, my lights turn off. Or I can disconnect it here as well. Right? Anyway, I just stood on something. Ow, that hurt. Anyway, we're going to take a look over here. I did a short about this, but I think I've changed it since then. We have my Out of Time, Back to the Future, I don't know, what is it, license plate. Then we have Optimus Prime figure and DeLorean figure. Then we have Sideswipe from Transformers, I think War for Cybertron. And then over here is my Doctor Who section, where I have 2 Daleks and then a custom-made special weapons Dalek, which I kind of made myself, which I'm really proud of, and I think it looks quite good, right? And I only used spare pieces. I didn't use any new ones for that. I didn't custom order anything. No. But anyway, then we have my TARDIS, and it looks quite good. And then we actually have the police box, which is nice, and a 11th Doctor and a Dalek figure. Although the kind of rims there's only like 1. It's supposed to be like 4 or something. And then we have my other pop figures, where you have the pop vinyl Infinity War Iron Man and Shadow Freddy. Then the rest is just Transformers. I have so many Transformers and it's so dusty. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see that. But then over here is just the random space that I filled up with a bunch of Lego here, which are... These are figures for Lego Speed Champions, and this is original Lego Speed Champion, except it has a little hat on there, which is very nice. Another Transformer, and then we have Need for Speed The Run, car. We have the car. Let me zoom in real quick. We have the car from Need for Speed The Run. This is one of them that you can get in the game. I put the stickers on wrong because I was really young, but you can see it right there. How well can you see it? Zoom in. Wait, not showing what it says. What does it actually say? It just says Need for Speed on the kind of license plate right there. But anyway, this is really cool. I love this car. I'm gonna put that back. But yeah, that's just my shelf done. Could I stop? Zoom out, bro. And then yeah, that's just basically what's on my shelf. And I also have this cool Lego kind of design. The Lego's a bit big, so you can't actually work it, which is annoying. But you know, I think it looks cool. Marvel, Disney, yeah. That's literally just the background of all my videos done. Nice. And yeah, that's basically all I've wanted to talk about. I've showed everything apart from the main attraction, my chair. Let's talk about my chair. So we have the chair. It's actually slightly reclined. Here is it normally, and then it goes. How far does it go? Yo, it does like an 80. That's literally 180 degrees. I'm not gonna push it anymore because that's probably gonna break it. Yeah, we have the I think it's Onyx, but I pronounced it 1X on my original channel. And let me just do it this way because it's more comfortable. Then we have the actual neck pillow, which I can take off and I can use. So if you ever want me to do a video like this where I'm just chilling, relaxing, scary stories moment, you know what I'm saying? Send me your scary stories on the Discord. And that's right, guys. If you didn't know, I have a Discord server, link in the description. I think it's public, so hopefully I've done that right. But comment down below if that's broken or anything. I'm also going to put it in my bio, so make sure to check that out. My hair's still wet from this morning, bro. Is it How is it still wet, bro? That was like 8 hours ago. But yeah, anyway, let me just, apart from the Discord server, which is really cool, and I started it like yesterday, we are going to just pan the camera down. And we are going to move the mic. And here's what my chair looks like. It has these armrests, just like this. And I should actually pull them up because they're supposed to be pulled up a little bit. And then we have comfy bit where I sit. We have bottom pillow, which is really fun. And I'm never gonna move this one because I can move it up, but it's a pain to like strap it back in. And then we have top pillow. And yeah, that's basically what my chair is. And can we just, you know, thank you. Yeah, that's my chair. I think it's really good. Hopefully I can take this to the next place I record because eventually I'm gonna have to move house. Right, so hopefully I can take this chair with me because it's amazing. If you look, doesn't it kind of look like Tricky from Friday Night Funkin'? Literally does, right? And when I got the pillow, well, when I got the chair, it actually came like this because I got it from, I think, Officeworks. And it was like this. It was like that. And so I bought it when it was like this. And I was small, so I was like this big. And I don't know, it was uncomfortable at the time. But I still bought it because it looked cool. And then I flipped it because I realized that when I got it, right, the instructions said do it like this. And then I sat down and then my neck perfectly fit right here. And then my head goes up here. And it's just so comfortable. But yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to talk about. I talked about my plans for the channels. I talked about my setup here, the shelf, the lights. Not really anything else I really can talk about. I talked about all my old channels. But yeah, we have a new outro, so hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if this video does well, then we're going to keep the new outro. It's a new outro theme. The visuals are still the same because I'm lazy. And I just kind of looped it, but anyway, hopefully it works, hopefully you like it. And if the video does well, this will be either the first video with a different outro or the only video with a different outro, ignoring the Halloween special ones, because I think I'm going to keep the old outro I had for those Halloween videos, because I like spooky music in the background. Anyways, this has been fun, and as always, this has been an underscore video. See ya! 33 minutes and 3 seconds. That's a long time to record, which is really funny because I basically didn't do anything. So leave a like.